So when we're working on a sequence of translations, rotations, and reflections, it's always best to start with a translation, because the point being is you want to get the original, figure out a way to get it to at least touch the image first, okay? So let's take your patty paper and copy over the original image. Include the labels, please. Okay. And once you're finished, take a look at the board. All right, so we want to do some sort of translation where we're gonna map this figure onto this figure. Get this one of the corners, one of the corresponding corners or vertices to touch this image here. So, I mean, you could pick any one. You could match A to A prime, you could match B to B prime, or you could match C to C prime. It's up to you. I just sort of pick the two that appear to be the closest together already. So I'm going to choose to make a vertex from C to C prime. Okay, so go ahead and draw that vertex with your pencil. Okay, and we're going to start listing out our sequence. So we're going to make a translation. Okay. Of triangle ABCD, or I'm sorry, ABC along vector CC prime. Okay, that's going to be our first step. Then we're going to take our patty paper and we're going to actually perform that translation. So we're going to make that slide from C to C prime. And now you can see that our triangles touch. Okay? We need to perform either a rotation or a reflection to get it to map the remaining points and remaining sides onto each other. Okay? So it's only connected at a point. It's not connected at a line. If it were connected at a line, you could see maybe if you could do a reflection. Since it's connected at only a point, we want to perform a rotation. Which direction are we going to rotate our original figure? Clockwise. So we're going to perform a rotation of ABC, since we're still moving the original, and we're going to rotate around point, you can say point C or C prime, it doesn't matter because C is now on top of C prime. So around point C, and we're going to make D be less than 0 because we're making a clockwise rotation. Okay. And then we're going to actually perform that rotation. And we're going to move as much clockwise as we need to get that original to map onto the image. Like that. So remember, when you make a rotation, so here's my translation. When you make a rotation, you hold down the center point with your pencil and turn your patty paper like that. Okay? And you know you're finished when you have corresponding vertices laying on top of each other. So we have A mapped onto A prime. We have B mapped onto B prime and C mapped onto C prime. So we are finished with this sequence. This sequence had 2 movements. Are there any questions on that?